This is practice A for section 10.7. We're going to look at the back of practice A. Use the given information to write the standard equation of a circle. Let's say the center is at 0, 0, and the point on the circle is at 7, 0. Well, I know immediately that since the center is at 0, 0, my equation is going to start off with x squared plus y squared. And I also know immediately that my radius, let me write this down, center is 0, 0. I also know that my radius is going to be 7. How far is it from 0, 0 to 7, 0? If you were to plot those 2 points and count the distance, wouldn't the radius be 7? Okay, so make sure you put radius squared there. That's why the 49 is there. Okay, let's skip down to number 27. Now I have a center of 2, 4, which is why I put a -2 and a -4 into those quantities there. I can also tell my radius here quickly. Since the x-coordinates are both 2, if I plotted both of those points, how far is it from 4 to 7? Okay, your radius would be 3, which means you got to put a 9 there. Okay, now when these quantities don't match, like this one and this one, or this one and this one, then you got to use that distance formula. Okay, so here's your answer here. We'll do x minus 1, well, actually it could be x plus 1, quantity squared. We'll do y minus 2, quantity squared, and that's going to equal whatever my radius is squared. Let's find that radius. So I'll use lowercase r for radius. I'm going to do 2 minus -1. That guy's got to get squared. I'm going to do 6 minus 2. That guy's going to be squared. We'll simplify. 2 minus -1 is 3. Got to square it. 6 minus 2 is 4. Got to square it. We know that's 5. So I'm going to put a 25 there. That's my radius squared. Okay, next section down. What is the diameter of the circle with the given equation? Well, I know my radius is 3. That's the square root of 9. So that makes my diameter 6. Okay, likewise here, I know my radius is 4, that's the square root of 16, so my diameter is 8. You're just doubling the radius to get diameter. Okay, let's graph a couple. Where is the center of this circle? Looks like it's at 1, 0. How about the radius? Would be the square root of 4, which would be 2. Do your best to make a round circle, not something that looks like a football. Okay, we'll do this guy as well. I think my center is at 3, -1, radius of 2. Not my best work. Okay, next section down. Determine whether the point lies on the circle described by the equation. So we have this equation. Does this x, y ordered pair live on the circle? Well, if it satisfies the equation, then yes. Let's plug in here. In for x, you put 2. In for y, you put 6. 2 minus 2 is 0. You square that, you get 0. 6 minus 6 is 0. Square that, you get 0. 0 plus 0 equals 25. True or false? No good. Okay, that point is not on the circle. Okay, let's try this next one. How about 5 for x? 5 minus 2. That gives me 3. If I square it, I get 9. Let's put 10 in for y. 10 minus 6 is 4. 4 squared is 16. 9 plus 16 is 25. Yeah, it is. This is a point. Okay, so this guy, this ordered pair, that point is not on the circle, but for number 38 it is.